reminded these days by some groups that we are a nation of immigrants. That seems to be because the topic of immigration has become so controversial and so political. WSAV's Joanne Merrigan is here with why immigration reform is on every candidate's platform this year, including the race for governor in Georgia. Joanne?
Well, Ben, being seen tough on immigration is important for both Republican candidates, Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle and Secretary of State Brian Kemp, who will face each other in a runoff July 24th. But campaign slogans can't necessarily tell the entire story, which seems to be one of more division than ever. For most of us, the rocket's red glare comes only in the form of fireworks every year. Still, advocates for immigration reform say it's time to remember the nation was built by immigrants, many who fled from persecution.
I could not imagine my son being ripped away from me because I was seeking asylum.
Saturday, dozens in Savannah rallied against the Trump administration's policy of separating families at the border.
There's a meanness in our country that I've never seen before.
What does this have to do with the race for governor?
That outlawed and defunded sanctuary cities, and I am holding them accountable because enough is enough.
Well, simply that cracking down on illegal immigration is a big part of both Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle's campaign, as well as that of Secretary of State Brian Kemp, who in one ad has a gun and a pickup, saying he may need to go round up illegals himself.
And that television ad has nothing to do with what's happening at the border. Let's be clear about that. That television ad was focused on a Georgia-centered issue.
Kemp was in town Monday campaigning and says his heart does go out to families separated at the border, but that has to be tempered with concerns for the state.
But people are sick and tired of people coming into our country illegally.
Kemp says he has a plan to track and deport illegal criminals, asserting along with the Cagle campaign that many are part of violent gangs.
Going after criminal illegals that are coming into the state of Georgia, that are breaking the law, that are distributing drugs, and that have turned Georgia into a distribution hub.
Ironically, those who work with refugees say many fleeing from countries like Honduras and El Salvador are trying to get away from gangs themselves.
But the vast majority are people who have been victimized by the criminal activity that's taking place in the country. While
Kemp says the state has to have its own plan to deal with illegal immigrants who commit crimes, he does support the national vision.
But I do support the president. I mean, he ran on immigration reform and making our borders secure.
While Kemp may agree with the president, not everyone does.
But this level of hatred is not American, and we just need to all speak up and say, this is not America. We will fight it.
And while most say immigration reform does have to be solved at the federal level, as we're seeing it's become a huge election issue in this state and others, and one that is sparking more disagreement than ever. Joanne Merrigan, WSAV News 3.